you want me to take Briar over there?
No, Mom. Hi, it looks like we're live. I am Chef Brandon Lewis with Johnson Wales University. I'm also an alumni from 04 with my bachelor's and 06 with my master's. This is my lovely daughter, Talia. She's the sous chef today, along with some others. Let's see who else is here. Hey, this is the head chef, my wife, Monica, and my son, Briar, who is also a sous chef today. We're saying hi right now.
No.
No. All right, so we're ready to get started, Mom?
Yes.
Let's get some pasta dough going. Let's flip the phone around here. So,
Can I check the pasta dough?
not that pasta dough. We've got another pasta dough right here. Those of you listening, hi everyone who's waving in. And so I'm going to pass the phone to Monica. Someone said hi, chef. Who is music? I wonder who that is. They'll have to say their name. If your name isn't obvious on your screen name and you're saying hi, be sure to say your name so we know who you are. Well, hi there. So, Talia, you ready?
All the people are waving.
And we're waving back. Hi there. Briar, you want to help too? We're going to mix some dough. So, we're making pasta tonight. He did wash his hands. We're making pasta tonight, and we're going to do two different kinds. But let's start with the flour pasta. So, I went ahead. Honey, I put it right up here, the basically a pasta dough recipe that we're making, and this is a Johnson Wales tried and true one. This is the flour-based one, but there's also a semolina one that I did earlier. The semolina one is 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of semolina, 3 eggs, about a teaspoon and a half of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. So over here at the food processor, we're going to mix the dough for the flour-based pasta, and I just wanted to make a note that for tonight's recipe, you can use fresh pasta that you make out of your pantry. We're going through the coronavirus right now, so using things out of your pantry and eggs from maybe your local farm or your neighbor next door would be great. If you don't have that, you certainly may have, if you have dry pasta, you can use that too. So that's what we're going to do. You ready? All right, don't blow the flour. I weighed that out. How many ounces is that? Can you see it?
It's 300.
Well, that's grams. So if you just add 2 to the 8, you have 10 ounces. So in goes our flour.
Oh no!
Yeah. And so that's going into my food processor. I have a nice cheapo one. This is a Black & Decker, and it actually works really well, but it's really loud. So when we turn this on, it's going to be
I'm gonna
really
go away.
noisy.
I'm gonna run away. Brian, run away!
Okay, I'm adding 3 eggs. These are from the farmer down the road. What's her name, honey?
Howard.
Your chicken egg lady?
Oh, I believe that farm.
Yeah.
Can I pour something?
She's got great eggs, and we have some other eggs in the other dough from our kids' farm because we're getting eggs from all over the place. I added the flour. Talia, you want to pour the olive oil in?
How much?
We're going to do about 1.5 teaspoons by eye. So go ahead. You can
How
add
do
it. Ready? I'm gonna help you out. Ready? Here we go. Oh, too much. I'm just kidding. All right, right there. That's good. All right. Now we're gonna put the lid
Run
on.
away! Run away!
It's gonna be really loud. So if you're listening at home, right? Are you ready?
No.
Cover your ears.
Run away!
We're gonna pulse this until it becomes a dough. If you wanna take a close look at this, we'll pulse this till it becomes a dough. It'll be really loud, but we'll get a nice pasta dough. Any questions yet?
No questions yet.
No
Just a lot
questions
of people saying hello.
Hi. All right, here we go. So right now you see it starting to become a dough and it's loose, but I'm gonna keep going until it becomes a dough ball. How awesome is that?
Weird.
So, just want to point out this little Black & Decker, I've had it for years and it's still putting out really good products. And Briar, you want to help knead this thing?
No, please. Remember,
Oh,
it's raw eggs, so you can't touch your ears, you can't touch your face.
Thank you, Talia.
Probably put gloves on.
Talia works for the health department here
Oh,
in Rhode Island.
questions?
I don't think there is a health department.
Questions?
Yes, there definitely is. What was that? My chef taught me to make a well in the middle of the flour. Does this technique make a different result? Actually, Melody, it makes the same result, but I'm glad you brought it up because I forgot to mention that if you don't have a food processor, you can definitely do this by hand. And yes, you make a well. You start with the flour, and you make a big well in the middle, so it's like a volcano experiment. and then inside the middle you put your eggs, your olive oil, a pinch of salt, and then you start mixing it. You can either mix it with a fork or 2 fingers, and it's also a really good way to get to know somebody close because you can get your hands in there and work together on it. This one's really still a little bit wet. You can see how sticky it is, Talia. And so what that means is we'll incorporate a lot of flour as we knead it. All right? So when we're kneading, okay, I coated it in flour. Let me demonstrate real quick how to knead it, Talia. Talia, what we're going to do is we're going to take a finger like this, and we're going to push, and we're going to turn it, fold it, push. And you see how I use a straight arm, a stiff arm like this? And that helps turn it. Hey, Briar, this was your job. Come here. Talia was going to help me cut pasta dough.
Yeah, but
Ready?
another question, what are we making the pasta for?
So the pasta's going in dinner, and dinner tonight we're going to take some chicken sausage. We're going to take some farm produce from our kid's farm down in Exeter, who's a neighbor of ours. And then we're going to make like a sauteed pasta dish. Kind of like chicken marsala, but with sausage. And we're not using marsala, we'll use white wine. But it'll be a very similar dish. You ready to help? I think you're going to help. Come here.
You're gonna make the white
Okay.
wine, right?
Come here, Briar. You want to get on it?
Another question from Steven, what kind of pasta are we making?
Daddy, you're
So-
gonna bake the white wine, right?
I'm not sure what you mean, Talia. Hold on.
Like
I have
you
to
said
answer,
that once you did.
Talia, hold on. I got to answer Steven's question.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was the same answer as the last question. So we're doing a chicken sausage pasta dish. And it's a pretty flexible dish because we're going to be able to use anything that's pretty much in the fridge. Right now I have some mushrooms from Rhode Island Mushroom Company, so these are locally
Oh, so
grown.
fun!
And our kids' farm carries them too. I have some parsley. I have some parsley. Talia, can you guys keep it down a second? I have some parsley here. I have some sage. Believe it or not, we're in New England, but the sage overwintered, and I have some nice sage from the garden. And then we have some garlic, and I tore some kale up over by the stove. So let me get Briar started on this dough, and then Talia and I can start cutting the big dough. Briar, come here. I got a job for you. Come on, Buster.
It's like Play-Doh.
You're on camera now. Let's go.
It's like Play-Doh.
It's kind of like Play-Doh. All right, don't touch your mouth
This is
or your
flour.
hair or your face. Talia's right. You got to knead this. Daddy wants you to do it like this. See this? And fold. Fold
Or you can
and
just pound
push.
it with his
Fold
fist.
and push. Fold and push. Fold and push. Fold and push. Like that, Briar. You ready? Just like that. Keep going. Yes, perfect. Get right in there. Yes. A question?
What?
Oh, wait. Oh, we're going to get the recipe.
The recipe for the
Just
kids?
so you know, you really shouldn't count it.
No, the dough. The pasta dough?
Yep.
Yeah, the pasta dough is easy. Honey, can you come over here? We'll look in on this recipe right here. Basic egg pasta dough, and if you just pause there for a second, someone could screen clip it.
Yep. Right.
Screenshot
Wait,
it.
this is...
These recipes are available on recipes.jw.edu. Well, the pasta part is, but not the full dish, because the dish is basically what we're making out of the fridge today. All right, the other pasta dough I want to share with you is this one here, and this is the semolina pasta dough. And you can see this one actually is semolina, all-purpose flour, eggs, olive oil, salt. What's different is the other one was all flour. This one has semolina blended in. If you have semolina in your cupboard, this is a better pasta dough in my opinion. The flour pasta is a more tender dough, but this one's stronger, and this actually works better for raviolis and for long cuts like fettuccine and stuff. So Talia, you ready to get busy?
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm just gonna wash my hands first.
what Briar's doing with the dough now is he's going to knead this for 8 minutes, pushing real hard like this. And then when he's done with that, we have to rest it. So right now, Briar's developing gluten in the dough. So he's taking those dough proteins, the flour proteins, and he's stretching them, and that's making them tough. And it allows them to hold together and create strength in the dough. And then we have to rest it because otherwise the dough's too tough and chewy. So we'll rest it after that. So keep going, Briar. You gotta keep working it. Yeah, like that.
No.
Yes. Keep squishing it.
Use
Can
your
you squish
super
it?
muscles.
Can you squish it for me? Fold it in half. Push. There you go.
Maybe you can stretch it a little bit too.
Talia, you're on. Come on over here.
Ow! Daddy.
All right, Monica. This is a pasta. I believe the brand was a Pasta Queen. I've had this thing. Yeah, Pasta Queen. So check this out. See that? I've had that since college. If you're wondering where you can get a pasta machine that doesn't cost you $150, this one was $30. And I got it at Bed Bath & Beyond. And you know how they send those like 20% coupons in the mail? That's a product of a 20% coupon from Bed Bath & Beyond. So you get that, and then you can order one of these if it's not already in the store. And then you have a pasta machine. You never wash it. It always stays dry and clean, and you wipe it dry when you're done, but never submerge it in water. All right, so you ready to get busy?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about some of our tools here. So Daddy has a bench scraper. Notice how this one's a nice hard one versus the plastic ones. All right, we have our dough, we have our pasta machine. The pasta machine has different settings. This one counts up, so the number, or it counts down. So the number 7 is the widest, and then it goes down from there. Some machines at school, Talia, have bigger numbers that go up to 14, and then you would go and skip every other one. These are the cutters, and so this one's the fettuccine, this one's the spaghetti. This one here has an angel hair cutter. Tonight we're going to make the fettuccine. We had talked about it, but I can also show you how to make a pappardelle by hand, okay? All right, can you say pappardelle?
Pappardelle.
I like it.
You say Papa and Deli.
Yeah, now you have to add an Italian accent to that.
Pappardelle.
That was perfect. Very good. Brian, are you still working it? Keep, at this rate, it's going to be a 25-minute need. Oh, it's stuck, too. Let me give you a little flour. That's not dangerous. All right, go ahead. So, Talia, we can't roll all this at once through the machine, or we'll break it. So I'm going to cut it into little pieces, and we'll do a couple doughs at a time. This also has raw eggs, so you wash your hands when you're done. Okay? So, 3 of these doughs, we'll keep them fresh and in the plastic. So again, this one's the semolina dough, and notice the difference in color. It's a little more yellow, all right? It's equal parts semolina flour and white regular wheat flour. This one's 100% wheat flour. Both have 3 eggs. Both have a little bit of olive oil and salt.
Daddy.
Yes, Briar?
Ow. Can I?
All right, we're gonna dust it. If it feels tacky, I do a lot of things without mentioning it. If it feels tacky, feel it. Is it still tacky or is it dry now?
I think it's
Drier, right?
dry.
Okay, how about this side? Was that tacky?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does tacky mean?
Like a little sticky.
Oh.
So if it's a little sticky at all, we want to rub a little flour on it, okay?
You need to get the sides.
Yeah, that's okay. See that? And then we're going to flatten it by hand, so we're not putting a ball in the pasta machine. Oh yeah, if you have a question,
I was
go ahead
question
and tell me.
from
I'm ready.
Sarah, a future student at Johnson & Wales,
Hi Sarah, future student at Johnson Wales.
asking what grades at JWU do you teach?
Oh, that's a good question. I teach freshmen to seniors at the university, and I teach some master's students. At the freshman level, I teach we have new labs starting, but this fall, I'll be teaching probably all of those, and I teach in the sophomore year global a la carte, which this year we have international cuisine. I also teach in the junior and senior year, I teach in the sustainability program, and we have a full bachelor's degree program starting this fall at the university, and I'll be teaching a ton of those classes. Those are really exciting laboratory-based classes as well. So what do I teach? Pretty much everything related to culinary arts.
No, not like that.
And which campus do you teach?
Right.
Oh, I'm in Providence, Rhode Island. We're actually out in Scituate right now, but that's just about a half an hour from Providence. Those are the questions? Sorry, I'm just zooming through it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people saying hello, though, not questions, but
Well, hi
yeah,
to
a lot of
everybody,
people.
and if you're an alumni, so watch what I'm doing
Oh,
here.
you were going to do it here.
Not yet, that's later. All right, so hold on a second. Let me address the alumni. If you're an alumni, hi, I'm also an alumni. If you were tuning in a little bit later, I'm Chef Brandon Lewis. I'm an associate professor at Johnson Wales. I teach in the College of Culinary Arts, soon to be the new College of Food Innovation Technology. That's all right. So that happens in the culinary lab all the time too, but they're bigger, so they make bigger noises. I teach at in the College of Culinary Arts, soon to be the new College of Food Innovation and Technology. And I'm excited to be here with you and invite you into my home with my family, where my wife is the head chef. I'm the first sous chef. Talia's the second sous chef, and Briar is
Yeah, the other way
Briar,
around.
the comie. Briar's gonna be the comie.
He's the captain.
He's
Brian is the quality control.
No, he's the
quality
steer.
control.
No,
That's
he's
right.
the steersman.
I like quality control.
No, the steersman of the ship.
So we went through the first setting on this pasta machine. That's number 7. We go through each setting twice, but we skip every other setting. Did you catch that? Go ahead, roll through. Keep a nice steady speed, not too fast. And I try to keep my dough centered in the middle of the pasta machine. Out we go, out we go, out we go, out we go. Very good. All right, did we do that twice?
Yes.
All right, so then we're going to go ahead and go from 7 to 5. And now we're going to go through twice again. Go ahead. Go ahead, you got it, you got it, you got it. Keep going.
Why are we making this so thin?
Because, how do you like your pasta?
Thin.
Okay, well, all right. All right, one more time, go ahead. Any questions coming in? No questions yet?
No new questions.
No new questions. And Briar is clearly working hard on that dough over there.
He's the steersman.
He's the
He's the steersman of the pirate ship.
Okay, when did this become a pirate ship then? All right, if this dough gets tacky, what do I do with it again?
Flour.
A little bit of flour, right. All right, we did 5 twice, so can you drop me? I'm going to drop down to 3. All right, go for it. Ready.
This is getting so thin.
It's getting so thin. If you want to have fun with it, you can always loop it, and then you stick your arm in there and you kind of have a big giant loop.
We do have a lot of alumni though.
A lot of what?
Alumni.
Alumni? Excellent.
Oh,
looks like
questions.
a
Why
spot.
skip every other numbers?
So I find that, especially the machines at work, go ahead, Talia, keep going. Especially the machines at work, they go up to 14, and you don't need to go through every single setting. On this one, when I get down to the bottom here, I'm on number 3, I'll probably go to 2 and then 1. So I do it in the higher numbers, and then when I get near the end, I really slow down and zero in on my thickness. The thing is, you want it as thin as possible without it falling apart. And things like raviolis, it's really important that you get the dough thin enough that it's not dry and chewy. Like when you bite and the ravioli has that seam, you don't want that dry edge. And then, of course, you want it to hold together, so it can't be so thin that it falls apart. Did we go through that setting twice?
I forgot.
Oh, me too. Let's do it again, just in case. Is it getting a little longer, Talia?
Yeah, it's getting very longer. I don't think that's an expression though. More longer. No, that doesn't work either.
You don't
That's
need
not
the,
proper
you
English.
just need to say longer. Is it getting longer?
Yeah, it's getting longer and thinner and wider.
Oh, you're starting to get a skin on
What do
that.
you
That
have
means
there,
you have to
Briar?
Reset that. Push, push. Briar, Briar. Are you kneading?
What if I spun
I
it
need
into
you to
reverse? What if I
Need
spun it into
you.
reverse, Daddy?
Then it would undo the pasta back into a ball. No, it wouldn't. All right. So you see this? Do you think that's thin enough? Take a look.
That's like as thin as 5 papers.
I think we should go to 2, and we'll stop at 2.
Oh.
1 will be too thin. So if you can look really closely there,
How do you-
you can see how thick we are. Okay? And so I want to drop 1 more size, but I don't want to go all the way to 1 or it'll be too thin. All right? Did you get me on 2? Oh, so on this one you pull it out and then turn it, Talia.
Oh, that
All
would
right,
explain
there you
why
go.
I couldn't turn it.
Go ahead.
Steve from JWoo interested. Where'd you get your apron from?
So thin. This is like
This
a
one?
piece of paper, and I could even see through
Hold on,
it.
Talia. Where did we get these aprons?
Oh, sure.
Oh, she's got the. Can I see the phone? Can I see
Oh,
the phone? Please,
let me
honey.
show my apron.
Yeah, she's got the matching apron, the gray one.
Oh,
We're
you
color
have a matching
coordinating.
apron too.
I think
it's
we
just
got.
blue.
Did we get these at Williams Sonoma or Crate and Barrel?
Maybe.
One
I
or the other.
can't recall.
Is there a tag?
This is so much longer than.
I don't know. I've had it a long time, but it's either Crate and Barrel or Williams in Sonoma. All right. So this is as thin as we want it, and notice we didn't go through twice on the last setting. I think we're looking good. You can see the counter through it. Can you see the counter, Talia?
Yeah, I can see my hand through it.
That's pretty good.
I'm not sure what Bry's doing.
Now, so how long do you like your
Okay.
noodles?
This long.
That's a little too long. So I think this, based on its size, we could do about thirds here. See how that's like a third? And then we'll cut it. Then we'll cut it. Yeah, go ahead, cut that one. Push right against the counter. And then we're gonna let it dry on this little rack here. And we're gonna let it dry for like 5 minutes while we work on the next one. By the time we're done, we'll be ready to cut these. But you don't wanna cut these while they're still wet or they could get stuck in the cutter. And so you give them 5 minutes to dry, but don't let them dry hard, because if they dry hard, then they won't go through the cutter at all. All right, Talia, you ready to get on this?
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a longer dough because I didn't cut it even. I like to keep things interesting.
Can I?
Yeah?
Please, can I pound
Here,
it?
there you go. All
Can I
right,
pound it?
keep working. Oh, you don't need it. Trust me, you don't.
Can I pound it?
Yeah, go ahead, pound. Flatten it out.
Oh,
You
that
missed a
hurts.
spot right there. Yeah, very good. All right.
That hurts.
Any new questions? So again, we're working on the pasta part of dinner right now. I'm gonna get production moving a little faster. Hold on. Oh, you know why? We didn't make that bigger yet.
Wait.
There you go.
This tiny piece didn't.
That's okay. Don't worry about that. It'll go right back in the dough.
Daddy.
Go ahead.
This
Go,
is
go, go,
my
go, go.
job.
You got it.
This is so weird.
Why is it so weird?
Because it's
You've
so
been playing
weird.
with Play-Doh since you were a kid. It's virtually the same thing. You
No,
know,
this
pasta means paste in Italian.
Oh wait. Touch this little piece.
All right. Look, you want that one back? It's back. All right, go ahead, roll. I'm ready. All right, so while I'm doing this, if anyone has questions, if you're a prospective student looking at Johnson Wales, now is a great time to ask questions while we roll this dough out.
Sorry, this cream.
Go ahead.
Did you change the setting?
I did. Keep going.
This is going like a
So if
hammock.
you're a prospective student and you're looking, or if you're an alumni and you're interested in some of our new programs, we have a new program I'm one of the faculty sponsors of, and it's called Sustainable Food Systems. It's a bachelor's degree, and in this program, we're looking at addressing issues in the food system, challenges to sustainability, and our graduates are going to be looking at different arenas to basically perturb
I got it at
existing systems
4.
and
Oh,
create sustainable change. That was a good job. You're really tough.
3.
You got it? All right.
Right, can I
So-
do-
Sugar.
Wait. I lost my. What happened to my pasta friend here?
Oh, I want
Let's
this.
go, sous chef, fellow sous chef. Okay, so in the new program, slow down.
This
There
is
you
so
go.
thick. Why is
You're
this
doing
so
great.
thick? I think we should slice it.
I think you may have skipped one, but keep going.
I
It's
think
okay.
that we should slice it in half. No, I put it on 3. I
Okay,
think we should slice it in half for our next run because it's getting so wide.
gotcha. As you can see, Cooking with Kids can get a little frantic. In the new Sustainable Food Systems program, we have some new labs. Go ahead. Some new labs. One is cooking from the farm stand, where we're ordering local food into our kitchens, and we're going to be preparing menus along with the seasons and teaching students how to strategize and work with the seasons. In that cooking lab, we're going to have one that's cooking for regenerative foodways. It's going to be working with community members to create menus which are decolonized, which means like we remove commercialization from the menu and we remove Western influences and start making authentic menus from different cultures around the world. And we have another one that's going to be culinary science, nutrition and sensory analysis. We have one called Health in the Harvest, which is going to be a
Wait.
senior level lab.
Questions.
Oh, questions. Okay.
How long have you been cooking?
Since I was probably her size.
Who's her?
You.
Me?
Did we go through this setting twice?
Yeah, I think I might not be.
Go ahead. But when I was Talia's age, I was just fooling around in the kitchen. With slow. Yeah. See, I can keep it in the middle if you go slow. Very good.
Did you dorm in South Hall?
No, I was East Haller. Keep going. Not that slow. This is getting really long, Briar. Are you aware? Wait, you're getting it in your eyes, buddy. All right. You okay?
He was
Okay.
also touching
He's got it in
ears.
his hair, yeah. Let me wash my hands. Yeah. Yes, Bubby. How you doing? How's your dough?
This is so long, it's even on the butcher block.
What setting are we on? Are we on 3?
Butcher things.
So we gotta get to 2. Let's finish this dough up. Stop. All right. There we go. Ready? Okay. I gotta reflour because I washed my hands. All right, let's go. Keep going. Ready? Okay.
Hey, look, it's taking
By the way, so-
at the bottom.
So we'll probably use most or all of this semolina dough. And the dough Briar's working on, if we were to use it, we could actually dry it and then use it even tomorrow. These doughs will last a day or 2, laid out and dried. And then of course after they dry,
Let's
you
do
can
that once.
boil them right in water again. Yep,
And I think we
Nice
should cut
work.
this into,
looks like quarters, huh?
yeah.
All right, so there's your spot. I pinched it. Can you cut there? So you want to make sure that when your dough comes out this thin, it's not tacky. If it's tacky, it's going to be a real mess for you to try to get it off the counter. There you go, like this, and then cut like that. Good. All right, look, one more. Right there. Good work.
Oh. I'm a little messy.
All right.
I think that those are ready.
Wait,
It's
you're
fine,
forgetting
it's
about this
fine.
one.
It's fine. It's ready.
All right, cut that in half. There we go. All right. All right, so our pasta is here, ready to cut.
Oh, I think I missed one question.
ahead.
What was your
Daddy,
What was
your
your
other
best
pasta.
memory of JWoo?
Oh, was that the old one? Sorry. My best memory of JWoo?
Parties, sport
Can you
games,
put
clubs,
this one
etc.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Put this back.
Parties, sport games, club, etc.
Probably meeting my wonderful wife,
Oh.
who I met at the, go ahead, Radisson Hotel on Thanksgiving 2003. That would be my best memory for sure. After you cut your noodles, all right? Are you paying attention to the noodles at all?
Those are
I'm getting my brownie points in. You want to toss the noodles with some flour and make a little pile on the board. All right, Talia, next one. I think that's a fresh
My
one.
shirt's uncomfortable.
Go ahead.
My
Hey,
shirt is
Talia,
uncomfortable.
I'm just catching the time. We got to get moving. Ready?
Wait, my shirt is uncomfortable.
Okay.
What? You're doing that
So
without me?
I am, because we got to get this dough done. People are watching and they're hungry.
Wait, what? We're not doing this.
Oh, I forgot to dress that one. So you want to dust it in flour. You can't have too much flour on the noodles when they come out. You want them just like that. Keep going, Talia.
How do you do this? Okay.
There we go. Ready?
Good
Keep
job,
going.
Talia.
You're doing great. Cut through, cut through, cut through, cut through. All right, there we go.
Mommy.
Yep. All right, one more. Cut through. Keep going. Need help? There we go. I'm gonna rush these. A little extra flour will get them through. Go ahead. Because we want to get some food cooking. Go ahead. Just like that. A little flour. Yes. How's your dough, Briar? Really good?
Yeah.
All right. All right, hold on, hold on. Go ahead, Talia, go ahead.
Are you sure you rested them long enough?
I hope so.
Oh.
I want to get them ready
not
for the
very
camera.
accurate.
Don't squish them together. You want to keep them nice and open like that, okay? I'm
And then-
noticing my cutters have some of these stuck together, in which case we'll go through and we'll just pull them apart. Go ahead, Talia.
Do you have to dust the noodles in semolina flours only?
And what's
That's a
that?
question.
Which flour?
Oh, semolina flour.
This I'm actually doing in white flour, so you could do semolina or white flour. Either one works fine for this. Hey Talia, can you pull these apart, the ones that are stuck together like that? See how some of them stuck? So one of my cutters is skipping, and so I took care of that right away. So I'm going to pause pasta production. We have enough actually for dinner, and the rest of this I will roll out and dry for tomorrow. Okay? Briar's dough might wind up being a couple of
Daddy,
different
we have
shapes
a problem.
by the end. That's the one I'm talking about. Pull it apart like that. Yes, Bobby. What's that? You want the flour? You have a little bit there.
No, no, please, no.
Okay, there you go. You're welcome.
So, somebody said, I tried to access recipe jwu.edu and could not get to the site. Any suggestions?
So try recipes.jw.edu should be the URL. So you can try Googling that in case it's not coming up through the URL. If they change the URL, then just use Google to find it. So I have a pot of water on and it's salted. And so once the pasta goes in, fresh pasta is distinctly different when you cook it from dry pasta. If it's thin like a noodle, it'll cook in 2 to 3 minutes. And so it doesn't take very long to boil that noodle. Briar. So in the meantime, while Talia's pulling those noodles apart, I'm going to go ahead.
Sorry, noodles, but I have to pull you apart.
She has to pull them apart. I'm going to go ahead and, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up some garlic. And so make sure when you cut up your garlic, take off that little stem. Keep your scraps to make stock at home. You can always freeze those. Give them a little squish.
Oh,
Oh, I got you.
you got me.
Sometimes I do that on purpose, but that time it was an accident.
Oh. Very reassuring.
You try to see who's awake during a demo. You shoot them with a clove of garlic. After you go over that once, then you take your knife and just squish over it like that. And this is all stuff you do in your freshman year, first classes. Even making pasta, you do that in your freshman year as well.
Can I make pasta?
You are making pasta.
I am? I thought this was linguine.
That's fettuccine. It's a little wider than linguine, but you're not far off.
So Noah Rosen wants you tell
Spread them out.
them about your knives. Chef, tell us about your knife.
Well, this one here is a Japanese knife. I have a whole bunch. I think I have a habit. This one's a Perucci knife from Japan, and so I get my knives from online. But when you join Johnson Wales, when you enroll, you get a set of knives. It's pretty nice looking set of knives, and you'll be using those in your first classes.
Hold on, I need to somebody.
Keep kneading it, Briar. You knead that dough into oblivion. All right, I'm just slicing some mushrooms so we can get our dish together here.
Can we make Harry Potter tonight?
Yes, we can read Harry Potter tonight.
Yay!
Oh,
No,
Briar, you
no.
want to read Star Wars tonight?
No, dolls.
Maybe.
We only have 3 Star Wars books in all the house. One of them
Alright.
is a spoiler guide.
So how are we doing
one of them is
on
ripped to pieces, and
that
the
dough,
other
Briar?
is
What are you doing, Briar?
fine.
The dough.
One is
what do you say?
Not sure what he said, but
You're
he's
not sure.
tapping his
But it was
dough.
pretty funny anyway. All right, so we've got our mushrooms sliced.
Well, some of
You have
these,
flour
some
on
of
your
these
dough,
have
Briar.
tippy points.
Have
So
what?
make sure when you're careful when you're eating the tippy points.
Absolutely, I agree.
Maybe, Daddy.
All right, so a little bit of sage. This is that sage I said was still alive all winter
Sorry.
outside.
Yeah, it's from the
And it's
garden.
still soft. That's really
You
nice.
should have taken it out when you had the chance.
Daddy.
No, it was in the ground, Talia.
Daddy.
Yes, Briar.
Well, anyway,
It's fat.
back to my
Yeah, I can see that.
rapid breathing.
And this won't take long to put together once it all finishes up. Okay. You can actually chop this parsley while I'm sauteing. Right now we'll cut up these chicken sausages. So we're using chicken sausage. If you like pork, you could use pork sausage. You could also use Italian style sausages. I wouldn't use the sweet ones, but either spicy or just the ones with herbs in them are pretty
I
nice.
can't find any more. That,
That's good, but spread it out. Don't
but
let
we're
it
gonna
get...
have to put this into fourths.
Yeah, but spread it out. You want to spread it because you don't want it to clump. So we always spread it nice and thin. Yep, and no chunks. Just, like thin those out.
Ooh, I have an idea.
Keep it on here. It's okay.
Can you please get that?
Here, do me a favor. Can you pick that up and you can throw that in the compost?
What? We're wasting that much pasta?
Well, you can't wash it.
Well,
That's
you
all right.
can actually.
It's okay. I made plenty. Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of chicken sausage is pre-cooked, but you can use the raw kind too. I even prefer it, but you go with what you can get at the markets right now. Yes, Briar.
I'm
No,
going
what?
one string at a time.
It's not hot. It's cold. Cold. Yep.
This
Daddy's
will
gonna
take a
start
long
cooking
time.
it right now.
preferably. So I recommend you after.
All right. So while I'm waiting for that pasta to boil, or the water to boil for the pasta, I'm gonna move that pan to the back there, and we'll grab one of these carbon pans off the wall.
Hold on.
Okay, go.
Yes, honey.
So we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the pan here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little salt in there. and a little bit of pepper because I want the pepper to toast while I'm sauteing the sausage. Okay, Talia, your water is almost there, but not yet. Okay?
What do you mean?
The water's almost boiling.
I don't know. Oh, you want me to put the pasta in the water?
Well, no, I'll help you do it when it's time.
I'm laying out the pasta in thin strips.
All right, in goes the sausage, so you can see what's happening there. And I know we're already at a half an hour, but this will come together pretty quickly. Is there a question? What favorite kitchen company to buy equipment products from? Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know if I have a favorite. It all depends on the task, but what you're seeing now is you see some different things like, for instance, carbon pans from World Cuisine. You see some different bamboo spatulas. Vitamix is the best blender. Just rip that piece off, throw it away. It'll be pretty good. Thank you, Talia. And yep. And so at work we even have combi ovens and all sorts of things. We have giant wok stations too. So I think it depends on the task at hand what my favorite equipment is. I definitely have favorites in categories. So as you can see here, we're getting our sausage browned a little bit of color. Once the sausage is about halfway there, I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic now. I didn't want to add it too soon because I don't want it to burn. I'm going to stir that in. Flip your sausage around. Now, this is a home kitchen and it's a home stove. This stove puts out 16,000 BTUs of firepower. But when you get into the kitchens at Johnson Wales or in commercial kitchens, if you're an alumni, you know that that's 40,000 BTUs. So it's quite a bit stronger at work. And so at home, you just got to take your time. Even so, I pretty much destroyed these domestic stoves with the firepower that we're putting out there. So as the sausage is browning, you can go ahead and start getting your mushrooms in. And mushrooms like to suck up fat. So as you add them, if your pan goes dry, you can add a little more olive oil or even a knob of butter.
So 2 more questions. Have
Yes.
you ever used Cutco knives before?
Cutco knives, yeah, I think, are they out of Chicago or the Midwest? I could be wrong. What I like about those is they're really, really sharp. What I don't like about Cutco knives is that once they get dull, you really need to know what you're doing to get them sharp again. So they're really sharp, which is great, and they hold their edge for a long time. But once they lose it, you got to really know how to use your stone to sharpen them up again. So there's goods and bads there, but every knife company you have things you like and things that so you get a harder knife that stays sharper longer, but then it's harder to make it sharp again. So while I have this sauteing, I have some stock on the stove, and what I recommend at home is making your stock yourself. So whenever you say eat a chicken for dinner, if you carve a whole bird, save the bones, Thanksgiving bones, things like that. Make a stock at home and then strain it and reduce it down to a gloss, which is 85 to 90% reduced. And then that gloss is really thick and strong. You can take that and freeze it in ice cube trays and leave it in the freezer. Whenever you have a recipe calling for a cup of stock, it's 1 ice cube and then water to the cup, and that's pretty much stock at home. And so I took some of the cubes I had in the freezer and I added a little water and got them going. So you can see my mushrooms are sauteed, as are my my sausages. They're all looking happy. I'm going to start getting my kale in here. That kale's very fluffy, but I can pack it in there and I can add it in stages if I need to. And I'm going to go ahead and deglaze the pan with some white wine while I have my kale in here, so I don't burn anything on the bottom. So to do that, keep a box of white wine in the cupboard. If you're wondering why I have a box of wine, it's because it seals the wine and it keeps it from actually oxidating. So if you're cooking with the wine, boxed wine lasts the longest. And so as you see, I put a lid on there, and that's going to help wilt that kale up nice and quickly. Once the kale gets soft, I can finish my my dish here.
Ready for other questions? What's
Yes.
your favorite meal to cook?
To cook, anything in season that's local. So we change it up every day of the week here. But I love involving the family, and I love this organizational. what she's doing. I love doing things with the family, the kids, and mom at home. And that's pretty much my favorite things. Favorite things to cook are just anything in season with my family.
Do not forget about the
So check this kale out. See how nice and soft that's becoming? Kale holds up really well. I think originally in the recipe I told them I was going to do spinach, but I got some local kale. I was like, let's go for it. So you could switch this for spinach or rainbow char if you have char coming out of the garden. That's really nice. And right now I'm going to try to evaporate away that wine a little bit. Once the wine evaporates away, almost all sec, which means dry pan, then I'll add stock. What's the question?
One of the questions.
Oh, what was the question?
Are you cooking it until all sec? But you just
Oh,
answered
yeah. Oh,
it.
that's pretty funny. Yeah, so right now I'm trying to dry that wine. Of course, I got extra water coming in because of the kale, but that's okay. It doesn't have to get completely all sec. If I was doing it without the kale, then I would try to go completely dry.
Yes. Yeah. 1 second.
Briar, you want to come see what's going on? Come here. Come up here. You have more flour on you than we have in the bowl.
Oops. I'll get that.
That's all right. No big deal. All right. I can see it real quick. So here we go. We're drying that pan a little bit of our kale.
Soup.
Soup.
Yeah.
Oh, the stock?
Yeah.
As you can see, Briar got a little covered in flour there.
Oh.
All right. Let me put you down, bud. So yeah, how's the pasta? Ready?
So far, I haven't found anything.
You haven't found any more? All right. Well, I got your water going. It'll be ready real soon. All right, so that's reduced enough. I'm going to go ahead and ladle in some stock next. So here we go. Yes, I'm definitely making a sauce. That question was from It's Just Pascal. So I'm adding some stock. This stock is so strong, it's actually like a fumet. So you see how thick and rich that is? So I don't have to do a lot of reduction here. All right, Talia, we're ready to boil the pasta. Once Mom comes back in, she took Chinook out, our dog. Once she comes back in, I can hand the phone off, we'll finish up. So I added in that stock. While that stock is going, we're going to go ahead and get our Dijon mustard in. We're gonna get a little bit of heavy cream in there too in a minute. This is a one-handed Dijon mustard edition. Dijon mustard has a little vinegar in it, so it helps add a little bit of sourness, a little bit of intrigue, but you don't want enough that you taste the Dijon mustard. It's like a little hint. Has a little spice too, of course. What kind of sauce am I going to make? So this one's deglaze with white wine, and it's basically like a nice velouté sauce. I'll add a little bit of cream to it, and then we'll be good to go. Here comes the cream. And we also have some Parmesan cheese to finish the dish. So I'm going to swirl this in. Oh, honey, now that you're back, can I pass you the phone again? Thank you. The cream's optional. If you don't want cream in yours, you can keep it brothy, and that's okay. If you want it thicker, then right before deglazing the pan, you could have sangéed, even before you added the kale, just a little bit, like a tablespoon of flour. But I'm going to keep it a little loose because the pasta is going to add a ton of starch to this. So as you can see, this is looking pretty good. I haven't re-seasoned yet. I'll season again, and then I'm going to taste it. Talia, we're ready to add your pasta. You ready?
Yeah, I just found some.
No, that was some parsley I had in the machine. You ready? All this is good? So when you add your pasta, make sure that you don't drop it in a big ball. You got to spread it out.
That's why I lined it up.
Good job. Very good. Talia, can you grab the colander and set it in the sink, the big one? Yeah, the big strainer in the closet, in the pantry.
In the pan.
Where's my hand yet?
All right. Then I'm going to just stir this around here. Any new questions, Mom?
Oh, did you answer this one?
What was it?
What kind of sauce are you making?
Yep, we
Okay,
talked
you
about
did,
that.
okay.
Absolutely. All right, I'm done with this stock. I'll leave it there to cool. Yes, Briar. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to start grating some parm real quick.
Okay. Let me.
And once I add the parm, I'm pretty much done cooking the sauce mixture. The big one, Talia, the really big metal one that we do spaghetti in.
The biggest.
The biggest.
The biggies.
And we can save some of that for garnishing at the end if we wanted to. The cheese will go on with the pasta at the same time. All right, so I'm gonna get a little taste of this. The sauce, oh, the seasoning's like spot on. Hey, I see you eyeing that cheese.
Here you go. Can I slice it?
Yes, no, I'm not slicing. I'm
Okay,
giving you
not
and your
slicing.
brother a slice because you always want cheese.
Yeah.
All right, Briar, there's your cheese. Stop playing with the flour. You're
Can
gonna
I grate it?
you're gonna have to help me scrub the floors tonight, Briar.
Can I grate it?
All right, this pasta sauce is done. The pasta's coming out now. You have your strainer in the
Yes,
Talia?
she did.
Which side do you want?
Which what?
Stay here.
I already did it. All done. If you want the garnish one, you can do this one. This one. Thank you. All right, so this pasta here, you can see how it's plump. All right, I can eat one of these and it should be nice and al dente. What was the question? Can you tell me what it was?
Oh, this one.
Can I have one?
Yeah, what's it say?
Can I split it with you?
How much do you enjoy cooking?
How much what?
Do you enjoy cooking?
I love cooking.
Can I have one?
Do it every day. A noodle? Yeah, I'll give it to you. Here we go to the sink.
Like this?
Hot pot, kids, hot pot.
Yes. 1 second.
All right, so pasta's out. See it's draining. I know our video ran long, but I think it's kind of great to see the full process. And so now that the noodles are done, we're gonna toss them in
I want to
Yep.
do
to the saute pan. Sorry,
I
Talia.
wanted a noodle.
Go ahead, steal your noodle. Here.
Thank you.
It's hot. It's hot, you got it?
Oh, it is hot.
Yes, it is hot. All right. Ooh,
Careful.
there we go. It's important to have those cat-like reflexes.
Hot. Do you want it?
All right. That's all done. Then we're gonna mix all this together. If the pot is getting a little bit big, you can start to mix it with a pair of tongs and get it all mixed.
Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Close.
And there we go. What was the question? I like your cutting boards and those dishes you are using to move the ingredients.
Is it
Where
this
did you
one
get
or
them?
that one?
Oh, these. Are you talking about these? Who was that? Is that C. Bryant? Yeah, these? Is this what you mean? Those are little boards we made in the barn, the wood shop. Is that Millie on there? I think I see Millie, a friend of ours. All right, this is ready for Talia to cheese the
Bo
topping.
from the New Rivers here.
Oh, hey, Bo. Bo from New Rivers, a great restaurant partner of ours at Johnson Wales, hires our students all the time. One of the best restaurants in the city. Good to see you, Bo. We're gonna add a little cheese, and then we can plate this thing up in pasta bowls.
Daddy, is this enough?
It is, it's perfect, Leah.
You didn't even look.
I know, but I know it's right. I just trust you that much, honey. There we go. So, Leah, you wanna help plate up? After we plate, we'll throw some chopped parsley on there, and then I think we're done. So, were there any other questions? Because
Oh,
we're gonna
last
wrap
one.
it up. Yes.
What flavors are you getting out of this dish besides umami from the mushroom?
Oh, well, first of all, the sausage was the first item because the sausage, we browned it. So you're going to get some nice Maillard browning effect from that. So that's the amino acids in the meat browning in the pan, creating some nice sugars. So you get a nice savory flavor out of that and a little bit of texture and browning. From there, deglazing that, you're going to get all those flavors into your sauce, which were then reduced to au sec. So the wine isn't too sour or winey. It reduces it down and it tames that acidity, but you still have some nice acidity there. Right now, by adding the Parmesan, what you do is a really nice thing with the kale, which tends to be a little bit bitter, and you have this nice Parmesan, which has huge umami notes, and those together really strike a balance. And so this is a typical Italian style assembly of flavors. What I would also say is, I'm cooking with my kids, so I avoided using any kind of heat, but you could definitely add chili flakes, like freshly ground chili flakes, to this right when you're browning the sausage, or use a really spicy sausage. But I made this pretty mellow for the kids. Any other questions?
No.
All right, so that's it. We're gonna scoop this stuff up and then we'll eat dinner. Sound good, kids?
Cheesy.
Cheesy? So thank you again for tuning in, and thank you all our alumni and prospective students for jumping in and for allowing us to open our home to you and to watch us make a huge mess, right? There's flour everywhere. All right, so that's it. Thank you. We'll hope to see you in the fall.
Thank you.
Bye.
Everybody's saying thank you.
Thank you.
And
And yeah, good to go. Thank you, honey.
now.